a few coworkers were like, "Hey, Frankie, we're not getting any younger, so let's make this let's make this year our 1 year to push ourselves to see how far we can really make it at Evo." And this was right after I think the third or fourth Evo of Street Fighter 4, because we
Okay.
got really excited watching it, and we're like, let's give one whole year of practice and see how far we can make it. So we got me and three other people got into this routine where we on Tuesdays we'd practice at UCI because they had this fighting game session.
Okay.
And then on Wednesdays, we go Wednesday Night Fight. And the first time I went to Wednesday Night Fight, first few times actually, I went 0-2, 0-2, 0-2, 0-2. That's how I found out how bad it really was, right? And then Fridays, we'd play at some friend's house. And Saturdays, we'd play together and do like a lab, like go on a lab and
Mhm.
like just practice. So like we did that for like a while. And so that's how I started becoming competitive and how I started meeting people at Wednesday Night Fights. That's also when I started growing out my hair. Because I used to have short spikes.
The hair started when you started going to Wednesday Night Fights.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay.
Have you seen the picture of me with short spiky hair? This is four
Yeah,
years
yeah, yeah,
ago.
I saw that. I saw that. So
Yeah,
4 years
that's
ago is when you started. Go ahead.
mhm. Uh, so that year when we practiced, I got I think 65th at Evo. So I was like, okay, I think I did pretty good
Mhm.
for like 1 year of heavy hardcore training. I started out with Seth and Zangief because like Seth was like, oh wow, Seth is so good. He's like Seth is so fraudulent, you know. Um, But then Geef was like, my mentality was, I gotta go YOLO with Seth, and if I want to learn spacing footsies and defense, I pick Geef. And
Right.
Seth is like the pure offense, Geef is the pure defense, right?
Hmm.
So then I realized I did really bad with Seth, so I stuck with Zangief. And then as I went to Wednesday Night Fight, there's this guy named Snake Eyes, right? And I looked up to him because like he was really solid with Zangief. I'm like, how is his footsie so good? All right, so every time I go, I ask him questions, and every time I lost, I would ask Bai, "Hey, what can I do to get better?"
Hmm.
People at Wednesday Night Fight are very very helpful. They will like they will help you as long as you ask. You know what I mean? It's not like one of those places where like they just want to win and get out of there. Some people do things like that, but like most of the time they will help you.
Yeah.
So after that, I think I played for another year. I forgot what happened, but then there was this one year where Super Arcade closed down. It closed
Mm.
down, right?
Right.
I had no place to practice really. I'm not gonna drive to like LA because I work in Irvine, and driving to LA is like insane after coming from Irvine and going back home. I can't do that. So there was one
Right.
year I kind of took a break, and then the esports arena opened up in downtown Santa Ana, and that's when I started playing Street Fighter again because it was really close to where I live.
Hmm.
And then shortly after Street Fighter 5 came out, I was like, oh, this is a new game. I can make a fresh start because like going from casual Street Fighter 4 to competitive Street Fighter 4, you still have those bad habits of
Right.
like, you know what I mean? So fresh start, pick Zangief. Immediately, I was like, this guy's hilarious. This guy is fun. And then I
Street
realized
Fighter
how
Five Zangief?
Street Fighter 5 Zangief is very fun.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
he's really fun, right? It's just that he just had really terrible matchups. That's the problem. That was the big problem in season one, at least. I just stuck out with him and kept playing him. Go to Wednesday Night Fight, keep trying. Look up to all the other Zangiefs online. Like, ask Snake Eyes, ask Itabashi, ask anyone. Look up for tech. Find out what I can. Try to make him work, right? Because he's so fun to play.
Yeah.
And then I also, and then a Filipino man, Anton. He's like, yo, Frankie, let's go to Chicago. Let's go to Combo Breaker. Let's go here. I'm like, sure, why not? Why
Yeah.
not? Let's just go there, right? So I went. So the first major I actually went to in for Street Fighter 5 was West Coast Warzone. I think that was the first major. I got 13th, I think.
Okay.
Snake Eyes lost to Jace the Ace, so he lost to Nash, and I also lost to Jace the Ace right after, so I lost to Nash. I was like, wow, this is really like this is when I first started figuring out how bad Zangief was.
Yeah, but
Right?
Jace is really good. People don't know,
Jace is
but he was
really good.
really good.
Well, the thing is, I practiced with Jace every other Friday before that, so
Okay.
I was like, damn it, I helped him so much. Um, and then I think the second major I went to was Combo Breaker, I think, and
Okay.
then I lost to LPN and Wolf Crone, and I think I got 25th, tied for 25th. And the major after that was CEO after or before Evo, I forgot.
I think it's before, right?
I
Just
went to
before.
yeah, I went to CEO. You're right. I went to CEO. That's where I met Kenny Omega. He's such a cool guy. And we played in the team tournament, and I think I beat Xiaohai. Yeah, I did. I beat Xiaohai because he picked Ryu instead of Cammy. He also had a Nash. Both his
Oh.
Cammy and Nash would have destroyed me, but he picked Ryu for some reason. So I think I got lucky there, and I beat him. I got 13th. And that's
Nice.
when Team Darksided found out about me. They've been following me since Wednesday Night Fights. But then I think maybe the fact that I was traveling and they knew that I can pretty much participate in tourneys, and maybe the kind of person I am too. I'm kind of like not a negative person, I think. Um,
So I
so
wanted to ask you about Darksided. I do want you to finish your story because we're almost coming to current day. But Darksided reached out to you, or you reached out to them. A lot of players talk about getting sponsored and that next level, which you're at. How did that happen? How did Darksided in this journey? They just contact you. They said, "Hey, good job at
they reached
CEO."
out to me. Yeah, they reached out to me. They told me they've been following me by watching Wednesday Night Fights. Um, and they were a big fan of me. And they asked me, "Am I looking for a sponsor?" Pretty much,
Mhm.
pretty much I am the type of player that they are looking to sponsor. So
That's really cool. Anyways, continue your journey. So you went to CEO. You said top 16, or what was it? I'm sorry.
I
Uh,
got 13th again.
13th again. Right, right, right.
I lost to Daigo, and then I lost to Nuki. Was it Nuki? It was a timeout where I lost to. Was it Nuki?
Oh, yo, that timeout. I got into
Yeah.
so many arguments. I was like, Stu had more health. And they're like, look at the pixel. I remember that. I remember
Yeah.
that.
You can't see the pixel. You cannot see the pixel. So, anyways, and then before Evo was when they reached out to me. I was like, I want to concentrate on Evo first before
Uh,
I want to like think about sponsorships or anything like that. Because like Evo is like next door to California. So
yeah.
so then I went to Evo. I lost to Lud's Chun-Li, and then I lost to Sako's Chun-Li. I'm like, wow, Zangief just losing everything bad here. All right, so then it's also my fault too, right? So maybe I'm not trying hard enough. The matchup is terrible, but it's not unwinnable. Right? It
Mhm.
is doable. And then after Evo, I was like, yeah, I'll accept their sponsorship. They seem like cool guys, and that's how I got sponsored. And
Nice.
then after Evo, I went to HK, the Hong Kong Esports Festival. I lost to I forgot. I also had Karen and a Cammy. I forgot their names
Okay.
though. But yeah, but the thing about that tournament was I sat there for like 8 hours before I played my first match. It felt really bad. I was
Yeah.
really like, what's going on here? When's my first match? And like, it was whatever. Tournament was awesome though. It was inside this like kind of convention thing going on, so I got to walk around and see some things. Anyways, I came back from Hong Kong. Oh, I started streaming too. I started streaming in August because I would always watch people stream. Like
Hmm.
I would watch Hearthstone or StarCraft or like Street Fighter. I was like, I'm sitting here just watching people stream. Why don't I try streaming? You know what I mean? Like I want to try this. And that's when I was like, okay, buy a webcam, buy a mic, get a green screen. I'm like, oh, I could do this, yeah. And that's how I started streaming.
Your stream is big now. You have tons of
It's
viewers. You're very
it's
popular.
I have a following now, yeah. Yeah. I don't know how that happened, but it happened.
Nah, I get it. You're an interesting guy. You're a funny dude, and you're fantastic at Street Fighter. It makes a ton of sense. So, anyways, continue. So you start streaming around this time. How long ago was that you started?
I started in August.
Okay.
August. And then uh, people were like, "Hey, Stu, you should apply for partnership." I'm like, "Should I? I don't know. I'm just kind of doing this for fun." They're like, "Yeah, you should really apply for partnership." I'm like, "Okay," and I can't put that off. But in October, was it October? Maybe August, maybe July, August, September. I think around September-ish, I applied for partnership, and then I think there was also SoCal Regionals. Yes, SoCal Regionals. In SoCal Regionals, I lost to an Arizona player named Yusuf. He picked Ryu. And then I lost to Filipino man's Chung Li.
Is Anton your demon? Do you just lose to him often, or I mean, it's
We
Chun
play a
Li
lot.
Geef.
We play a
Yeah,
lot. So he will never, he will not lose to another. Our agreement
Zangief.
is he will not lose to another Zangief, and I will not lose to another Chung Li. That's the agreement. And then after that, the Monday after SoCal Regionals, I got an email saying I got partnered. I was like, oh wow, I got partnered. Yeah, so I was pretty excited. And now I'm just trying to slowly make emotes, which I'm like failing at. So
Yeah.
I'll keep trying until I make a good one.
We got to get a sub badge. How many email? You got a bunch unlocked, right? You don't have to tell me how many subs, but you should have a few emotes by now. No, I was in the channel the other day and I was like, I want to sub to Stu, and I was like, he doesn't even have a sub badge. There's just a little blank
I
space
got
there. What
nothing.
is that?
I don't even know how many emotes I can make. That's the thing. Like, is there a number that tells me you can make
Yes,
X and X?
yeah. So like at you get two by default, and then I think you have to hit like 50, and then you get four and 100. You get like six, and then 250 you get 8, or no, at some point you get 10. I like, so the only number I know is 250 you get 10, because I hit 250 and then I drop below it. So that's the only one I remember.
So you're saying
So
if I hit like 250, I get 10, and then I could have 0 subs, but I keep the 10.
yeah, unless you try to change them. So like I tried to, so like I
Oh.
hit 250 and I submitted a Ninja Dagger emote. It was like
Uh,
Trihex's face and like a Buki cosplay
mhm.
and an Aegis Reflector, right? And they're like, Aegis Reflector's cool. Then I dropped below 250 and they're like, that Ninja Dagger didn't get approved. So then I tried to submit another emote and they're like, well, you're at 240 now. And I'm like, oh no. So pick good ones, upload them. I think your stream is gonna stay huge. It'll be easy for you to get 10 emotes. And if you need help, hit me up. I have a bunch of artists. I made a couple of them my own, but I made Brawly Legs' sub badge. He's got like the Chun Li bracelet. So if you
Okay.
need help, I got you. You know I'm a Geef fan, so I played Geef in Street Fighter 4, and then I gave up, which is what I need to talk to you. Everybody's like, get inspiration, go back to Geef. You are senpai. I need to talk to you about it, which is sort of the next question. Since I think we're kind of caught up, right? That's the lineage where you started with Geef and how you got to today. Did we skip any details?
That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's about it.
What about flip flopping and swapping characters? So for me personally, I played Geef in the beta and I was like, no, this isn't. I'm down. I don't want to play this character. And I switched to Birdie, and I mean I'm having fun with Birdie, but he's not. He's not Geef, right? Like it's not the same.
Mhm.
I'm going through a character crisis, and you stayed loyal. So the question is, how do you stick with a character even though he's low tier in season one? Um, does you being a low tier hero kind of empower you? I mean, there was sort of, you talked about Snake Eyes earlier, right? And how you looked up to him. I think that was for all Geefs. It was like we saw Snake do well at Wednesday Night Fights, and I saw you at Wednesday Night Fights as the other Geef, and I was like, he's good too. Like I would have been happy to be as good as you in Street Fighter 4, but obviously everyone wanted to be Snake Eyes. Then Snake sort of fell off the map. We're not gonna say mean things, right? We're all Geef brothers. He sort of stopped playing as much and stopped showing up at Wednesday Night Fights, and you sort of filled the void. Now you're kind of the Geef hero. Does that empower you being the low tier hero, or how do you feel? What are your thoughts about Geef, Street Fighter 5, and him being low tier?
I The thing is, I picked Zangief because he was fun, not because he's low tier. I don't want to be known as like, I mean, I don't want to be, I don't care what I'm known as, but like I didn't pick him because of low tier. It's just that we found out he's low tier later on,
Hmm.
right? Um, I mean, if you imagine if he was high tier, I'd still use him. Right?
Right,
Would I
of
be considered
course.
would I be considered a tier four? I'd be like, nah, I'm just picking Zangief because he's fun. I want to make him work. Like we want him to work. It's just
Hmm.
that he can't work in season one.
Yeah.
But I want to stick with him. I want to win with him, and I want to stick with him because he's fun. I want to win with someone that I want to have fun with, not because I want to win.
Right. So you fall in love with the character, the design, the play style, and then you commit to it in Street Fighter 5. And I think, I mean, I don't know if I would be called a character slut. I'm an old Tekken player. That's sort of how I got into fighting games. I was competitive a long time ago, and then I had a kid, so I took a lot of time off, and I came back with Street Fighter 4. Now in Street Fighter 5, I just can't take the L's. So in season one, playing with Geef was just so many, the weight. I'm not strong enough. How did you hold all those? I mean, eventually you got it so that you win the bad matchups, right? You're playing with Anton, so you're beating Chun Li's. But I think winning and fun generally go hand in hand, right? And maybe it's just because you're an exceptional player, you win. But like, do you have advice for the other Geefs like myself who are struggling with these matchups? Because it's not as easy as picking Ryu or Ken in season one, and also season two. Let's talk about the changes. Do you think Geef players should come back? Do you think this is a good time? Is the Lariat buff enough? What do you think?
Okay, let's go with the first question.
The L's.
The L's. So Zangief, you have to be very patient. Like that's the thing about Zangief players. You're not season one Mika where you just go in and win. You're not Chun-Li where you can use air legs to win. All right, Zangief, you have to play very patient. And the problem with Zangief is, other than being patient, you also have to know everything your opponent can do, which makes it very difficult to play the game as Zangief because his V skill means your V skill is like a bait. Like you only V skill to bait a move and punish, and you can
Right.
only bait and punish if you know what they're gonna do, which is
Right.
like kind of like not a very simple thing to think about.
It's a
And
gamble, right?
it's a gamble, yeah. And it's a gamble. It's an educated gamble because you have to know what your opponent's gonna do, which is like not low level tactics. Also, Zangief is fun because he's like a troll kind of, right? He's like flexing. He's like, punch me, come on, punch me, I dare you, right? You punch him and then he flexes and then you grab him, right? So it's like a puzzle. As playing as Zangief, it's a puzzle. You have to get in. They
Mhm.
have to keep you out, right? And then once you get in, you have to stay in. So it's constant reads and it's like a puzzle with the other player. It's like the ultimate mind game, which
Mhm.
is why I like playing Zangief, and which is why it's not exactly very easy to play as him. The only problem I have with Zangief is very very bad matchups where you can't get in. It's like the puzzle is like the answer is very small and
Mhm.
their answer is very big. And I
Yeah,
was like,
their
yeah,
options are limitless.
yeah, that's something that
Um,
gets really frustrating.
uh, no, I completely agree, and it is fun playing Zangief. It's hard work, but it's rewarding. Let's talk about the season 2 changes. So we sort of
Mhm.
touched on that earlier. Is the Lariat buff enough? Do you wish they'd done more? How do you feel about season 2 Geef?
So season two Geef is definitely better than season one Geef.
Hmm.
Okay, the lariat buff is a significant buff because it makes him fight Shotos a lot easier. Because if they shoot a fireball in your face and your reactions are on point, you can lariat through the fireball and hit them. I'm just
At,
like,
at,
wow,
at long distances, right? I've seen it. Looks
mid range,
okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Also, it's almost like Street Fighter 4 Zangief's anti-air, where if they jump at you, you just crouch and lariat and hit them. It's not
Oh,
that good, but it's good.
so that changed from 4 to 5 though, right? Like you used to crouch and the hurt box was invisible, and then you did the lariat and it like popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
better.
It's better, but you can still get hit in certain situations. Also, it's also used as a combo ender too. So like you can do crouch light kick, crouch jab lariat that combos
Mhm.
at most ranges. You can also whiff punish with a stand light kick lariat, which is nice because if you know they're gonna do like a low attack, then
Mhm.
you can like kind of bait the low attack and whiff punish their light kick into lariat, which is very nice. So it increased his combo game and increased his anti-air game and increased his whiff punishing game.
Mhm. Do you think it's almost like green hand in that, like in 4, you would do stand light kick and you'd buffer the green hand, and then you didn't hit the button unless you saw it hit, or
It's kind of
do,
like that, yeah.
sure,
But the problem is Larry can still whiff.
okay,
Where if you do green hand, you can still hold back and be safe if it whiffs. But if you
right.
Larry and it whiffs, you're just dancing to death.
So season 2 is better. He's not top tier. I mean, I guess that's sort of the natural question though, is like, where does he fit into the tier list? How good do you think he is?
Uh, he's not the lowest of the low anymore. I don't think.
Okay,
He's definitely not top of the top either. He's definitely strong. I don't. But he's gonna get wrecked by Dalsum for sure. I think
Dawson
Vega
got better, right?
Dalsum got better. The matchup didn't change. He just got worse. Um, I think Vega kind of owns him now. I'm not sure about other matchups. Oh, Urian. I think Urian kind of beats him.
Yeah.
Urian kind of beats him.
You didn't feel that way in season. So you know Brutus, right? Mutual friend of
Mhm,
ours. Shout
mhm.
out to Brutus. I hope you're feeling good. I know he's watching. You thought I thought Urian smashed. I've got a pocket Urian. It's not very good, but I thought Urian beat Geef in season 1. You didn't think it was that bad,
I
or
thought that was even at least.
okay?
Even. But I didn't play too many Urians. It's just that I think every single Urian I played online, I just beat. I lost to one though, but and maybe it took time for them to realize how to use Urian. And
Hmm.
now season two comes out with the buffs. I was just like, okay, yeah, I think Urian just straight out beats Zangief now.
He's
So
better. He's a lot better, Urian.
yeah.
Anyways, you were going through matchups. You said Vega. It makes sense with the claw mode is still strong, so I could see how he gives Geef a hard time in neutral. Are there other matchups that you really hate, or
Chun-Li is more bearable now. It wasn't as bad as in season one. Uh, I don't know who wins though, Zangief or Chun-Li in season two. I'm not sure. Um,
do you think Geef beats? That's possible. That Geef
Zangief
could beat.
can beat Chun-Li.
Okay.
Zangief can beat Chun-Li. It's not as bad as Dhalsim. I don't know about Nash though. Nash still seems like a problem. But because the Nash nerfs, I think Zangief can win now. Guile is gonna be a problem for sure.
Yeah. It's funny because people seem to be sleeping on Guile, and then now, like with Dew, like you can't. Like you have to realize how good that character is, and that's a
Mhm.
tough matchup. Anyone else? Sorry, Guile. Um,
Birdie always gave Zangief trouble, so it's slightly in his favor, slightly in Birdie's favor.
that slow can sucks now too. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
Ken, oh my God, Ken got nerfed so hard.
Yeah,
I got nerfed
yeah.
so hard. Uh,
Um, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Mika, I think, can beat Zangief. It wasn't as bad in season one. It's more fair now. But
Yeah.
she has this one button called. She has this crouch medium kick.
Uh huh.
It's like it beats every single move Zangief can do, and it anti-airs Zangief. So I'm trying to figure out how to get around that move. It's a really really good move that
Really?
Mika has. Yeah, it's really really
Huh.
good.
Huh. Now you're giving all the Mika's ideas. Now they know crouch, medium kick, and neutral and anti-air. I only use crouch, medium kick as Mika if they're like neutral jumping because the like hurt box is invisible and the hit box is there. But yeah,
Hmm.
I guess that makes sense. I didn't think about it in neutral. I'm still using forward medium kick, which was so good in the beta, but it's okay now. It's okay. Anyways, so more questions about season two. This is a viewer question as well. Huge shout out to Dr. Swag. He always sends me fantastic questions. If you guys have questions for any of the podcast guests, hit me up on Twitter or Facebook. I will ask them. As long as there's time, I'll get to all the questions. Season two, Geef Combo Fiend said last season that people were sleeping on Ken, and then sort of the Ken Trinity came out, and the dive kick was godlike, and everyone saw the power. I thought we can have this argument now, but my tier list last season had Chun at 1 and Ken at 2, not Ryu. I thought Ken was the second best character. I think he's better than Ryu, but I mean, I guess it doesn't matter now because Ken's neutered. The reason why I mentioned that is because Combo Fiend said people need to watch out for Geef this season. Do you think he's that strong of a threat? Do you think?
Okay, well, I don't know what that means. So that statement, I'm not sure what it means because
Did you read it on
I read
Event
it. I
Hubs or
read
whatever?
it.
Okay.
I read it. The thing is, he means. Does he mean like Zangief is now a threat, as in he wasn't before, or does he mean like, oh, Zangief's gonna dominate this season? Like, what does he
Right.
mean? You know what I mean? Like, he's definitely a threat now because before he was just like, you
Don't worry
know,
about him. Yeah.
yeah. So definitely he can beat people now, right? But I think my initial tier list in season one was Chun-Li and then Ken. Yeah, that was my initial
Oh,
tier list. I'm looking at it
nice.
right now.
Nice.
I have a tier list. Yeah.
Everybody give me. I made one too. Everybody gave me so much shit because I put Ken above Ryu, and I'm like, I get it. Ryu's got great damage, but Ken's just, I don't know, man. Like, I can't fight him. He was really good. Do you have your tier list up? Who rounds out your top 5?
Hold
I know
on.
this is early.
Can you see this picture? How do I send pictures?
You can like share your screen. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure how. Let's see. If you screen share, I think it makes you invisible. Let's see.
I don't even know how to
Sky
screen share.
View. Split window view. Tools. Yo, chat, help me out. Oh, there you go. So call and then share screens. Do you see that?
Call, share screens. Okay.
And then I think if you hit that, you may be able to share screen. I'm scared to like pop anything up. I don't want to show anyone your Skype. I don't want people to like.
All right. Can you see this?
Yeah. Yo, look at that. Is that your tier list?
That's my tier list.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cool. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
That's my tier list. You can see the disparity between Chun-Li and Zangief.
Yo, where's Chun-Li at? She didn't fit on the image, I guess. I see Ken, Ryu,
Oh,
Cammy,
she's way to the
Nicole.
left.
Oh,
Like, way to the left. Way to the left.
yeah, you'll have to like tweet me that or something. That is so good. Bison Geef. I agree with that wholeheartedly. People were Birdie next to Fang. I think Birdie. It's the problem people had with Birdie. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go on a tangent because I'm a Birdie main now. But like, there was like a Mad Cats tournament. I don't know if you went to that when it first came out, and LPN won with Birdie. Like everybody's like, Birdie's the best character ever. His neutral's so strong, and like people don't want to let go of that. He's not a great character, but. I do think I agree with Laura and Rashid being above him. I think our tier list might be identical. I think I had Mika outside the top 5, but you do too. I think I had Nikali a little lower, but your tier
Yeah.
list is the best.
And
Look at those
Dalsum's not even
figures.
there. He's not even
Yo,
there.
oh no, Delson's not even on the tier list? Is that because you didn't get the figure, or you really think he's
No.
bad?
So when I bought a whole box, right?
I was
And
there for the
I
opening. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Dalsum came with a missing arm. So I left it in the box
Oh.
and I forgot to put it in the list.
Missing arm Dalsum not even on the tier list.
Yeah.
Season 2 sim looks really good. How do we switch the screens back? That is really cool though.
Stop sharing. Did that work?
Okay. Yeah. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
That was fantastic. Let's talk. So you were very motivational when you talked about your timeline of how you got into Street Fighter and how you got competitive. I was always like, when I think about it, in 2000, I was just giving away tokens. We had a Tilt arcade, and I was giving away tokens. But in 2001, I was competitive, and I was going 0-2 in the arcade. But you sort of talked about how you practiced on Tuesday, and then you went to Wednesday night fights on Wednesday. You guys had a goal. You're like, we're not getting any younger. How old are you? You look young.
How would that look?
I late 20s, 7, 8.
32.
Shit, fuck. Man, I wish I looked that young. It's the hair, man. It's because my hairline's like up here, and yours is. Anyways, um, you're not getting any younger. Goals. Let's talk about season two goals. You're sponsored by Darksided now. They want you to travel to a bunch of tournaments. Do you want to travel to a bunch of tournaments? What's your motivation? What are your plans? What are your goals and aspirations? You got a
I
new geef.
I do want to travel to a bunch of tournaments. The problem is I have a full-time job and I need to be able to balance being able to go to these tournaments and not making sure I don't run out of vacation hours.
Right, right. Um, so I sort of struggle with that too. I completely understand. I have 8 hours a day, and then I come home and I stream, and I have an 11, 12-year-old now. He just turned 12. I don't have any time. Like, I want to travel, and I want to get better, and I have so many goals. What about stream goals? Do you have any stream goals? Get some emotes, get some badges? Is there more to your stream?
Definitely, I need to get some badges and emotes. This is what the people want.
Yeah.
That's definitely a go. So the thing about this year that I never thought I would do all this, right? It's like I never thought I was gonna travel until Filipino Man was like, let's go to Comic Breaker. And I didn't think I was gonna stream until out of nowhere. I was like, I feel like streaming today. I feel like streaming. I didn't think I was ever gonna be a Twitch partner until I was like, yeah, let me just apply. Let's see what happens. I didn't think um I was gonna get sponsored until someone approached me and wanted to sponsor me. Um, so like it's like these aren't things I planned. It just
Mhm.
happened. So next year, I don't know what will happen if I actually did plan for something. All I know was that the original plan was to see how good I can get at Street Fighter, and this was 4 years ago.
And you got great. You accomplished that goal. It's time to set a new one. Darksided, they're a great sponsor. They're not like minimum you have to meet. So I've been sponsored before, and I flew to like 3 tournaments, and it wasn't like a big company, and they sort of fizzled out. They were making a video game, and it turned out the video game sucked. So I kind of got dropped, and I wasn't winning tournaments, so I got dropped. But they wanted me to go to a certain amount of tournaments a year and stream sort of often. Darksided doesn't. They're not like you got to do this, you got to do this.
No, no. They
That's
didn't
really
get
cool.
no stipulations, no like you gotta stream, you gotta win, you gotta play top eight, nothing like that at
That's
all.
cool. I think that's important though, because I think if you put undue pressure on a player, you can sort of degrade their skill, right? Like if you're stressed out while you're playing, if you're forced to stream a certain amount of times a week, that could actually inhibit your ability to grow as a player. So
Mhm. Also depend. I mean, it depends on the contract too, right? Like it depends on what I'm getting back and what they're getting back.
good
So
point.
imagine like if you have like a very like top tier, no, not top tier. Imagine if a sponsor is willing to offer you
A salary?
whatever, right?
Yeah,
In return, maybe they might ask for more. You know what I mean?
sure.
So it really depends on the sponsor and what you want out of it and what they want out of it.
But you guys have a good agreement.
We have an
Uh,
okay agreement.
good. Oh no, he said okay. I'm not gonna ask you. I don't want to start drama. I'm not gonna ask anything else. Um, what international tournament? So you told me about an international before. I apologize. I forgot. Where was it at? And it was in a convention. You said you got to walk around and do cool stuff, even though
It
you
was
got
in Hong
bodied.
Kong.
Hong
I got
Kong.
bodied.
Cool.
I got bodied. Yeah. It was like a 128 man tournament, and it was 8 pools and only 5 setups
Oh
inside
wow.
this octagon cage, and I was pool number 8, and they went from 1 to 8.
Oh no, that's cool. You were in a cage. You got the cage fight.
Yeah. Well, the setups were in a cage, but yeah,
That's really cool. Do you watch the UFC at all?
no.
That's my day job. I work at like a UFC gym and teach people to
Oh.
choke each other out. Anyways, so the question I was going to ask was international majors. Are you going to go to Evo Japan? Do you want to fly? How long was your flight?
It was a 14 and a half hour flight.
Are you going to do that again? Are you going to go to another international major or?
I don't know. I don't know because going to international will eat up a lot of hours of
Right.
vacation hours.
Hmm.
So next year I plan on going to at least NCR, SCR, Evo. You know the close ones, West Coast War Zones. Those are the ones you cannot miss because it's
Right.
so close to me. There's no excuse.
Mhm.
CEO, Combo Breaker, any of the East Coast ones, international. I have to think about those first.
Sure,
So
sure, sure. You're sort of talking about the majors in your area. A lot of players like myself are sort of like geo-blocked. We're locked in our zone. So I'm in Colorado. So going to West Coast Warzone would be great, but it's a trek, and I've got to take time off. What advice do you have for players that don't have a scene like yours? Because I think a lot of your growth didn't just happen at Wednesday Night Fights. Although it sounds like they were very instrumental. It sounds like you did a lot of work. Was it UCI? You said playing offline with friends.
So UCI has this fight club. It's called UCI Gamers, I think. Let me look it up really
Okay.
quick. Fighting Gamers at UCI. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Right. They actually host this fight club, this fighting game session for multiple games
Sure.
every. I haven't gone in a while, so I can't say. But I mean, that helped me out. I don't know about other people that are geo-blocked. Um, Online. I mean, I play online a lot, right?
Yeah.
In fact, every time
Do
I
you think
stream,
that
I'm playing
helps you?
on.
That
It helps
helps
a
you as a
lot.
player.
It helps a lot, I think. Nothing can replace the local scene because you cannot replace sitting next to someone and like hearing them mash buttons or letting them hear you mash buttons or the nervousness that you can get at a tournament. Nothing can replace that. But
Hmm.
I think learning your character, figuring out punishes, learning learning Yurian or Akuma or anyone else new that comes out helps with online. So there are online warriors out there that can get good offline. It's just how willing are you to like spend time on it?
To put in
Like
the time.
yeah, like when I stream, the only time I practice is when I'm at Wednesday Night Fight or when I stream, and I stream way more than I am playing at Wednesday Night Fight, right?
Right.
So
Well, it's one day a week and it's only a few hours, right? Like you've got to put in time at home. So you are
hmm
playing online. And you do think that that's a good, maybe a jump off point or something to complement your offline play as far as training goes?
hmm yeah.
Yeah. Um, I've heard stories about like great players now being online warriors before. Like I think it was Chris T that used to talk about at Wednesday Night Fights being an online warrior, but he adapted Smug, an admitted online warrior, fantastic offline player now. So I think you're definitely right. I think the online play can complement it. But there is something about being next to someone, a little bit nervous, a little bit, you know what I mean? There's a crowd, there's people watching. Yeah, there's definitely something to it. You can't really replace that. Um, Darksided is Australia?
hmm The
Yeah, I
Australian
was
team.
okay. I didn't know that. What other? They have other players, other stuff. They have.
They have other Street Fighter players, ZG Nod and Falco. They also have other games too. Hold on. Darksided.pro. No, what happened to that website? Anyways,
Just kidding. Don't go to darksided.pro. I'm sure they just moved. They're in a different location.
they also do other games too, but that website's down. Did I spell it wrong?
Yo, chat. Give us a link to the Darksided website. We're lost.
Let me check the Discord. 1 second.
Oh no. He said our relationship is okay, and then he got put on the spot to pull up the website.
Oh, Twitter. Okay, hold on. Oh, no, this is terrible. Here we go. At Darksided Twitter. At dark_score sided. They have a Facebook Darksided GG. Okay.
Okay.
And they just Halo. They do Halo.
Halo,
Yes.
cool.
Yes. They do Counter Strike for sure.
Okay.
Is that it? Did you do Hearthstone? I don't remember. But that's it. Yes, Hearthstone. No, it's Counter Strike, Halo, and Street Fighter. That's for
Okay,
sure.
cool.
I know they do that. Yeah.
Cool. Um, while I'm bringing that up, what other games do you play? You said Hearthstone a few times. Are you pretty good at Hearthstone or?
I'm pretty bad at it. I just play very casually. Very
Okay.
casually.
I'm more
Right
of
now,
like, go ahead.
I play mobile games. I play this game called Monster Strike. I also play Clash Royale. Um,
I love Clash Royale.
Clash Royale's fun. What else did I play? I just bought Pokemon Sun. I put 2 hours into it. I should probably put more into it. There's a lot of games I need to catch up on that I have not had the opportunity to catch up on because I'm playing Street Fighter.
Yeah, I would stream Pokemon, but you have to have the like capture card in your DS, and it's like a whole nightmare. You don't have a fancy DS, do you?
I have a DS. I have a
But not the one with
3D.
like the capture card in it. You
There's
can't
a
like Yeah,
It comes
okay,
with a
so here's
capture.
the thing. Justin told me because I was like, I want to stream Pokemon Go. He's like, you got to get a capture card. I was like, why don't you have one? Because he's addicted to it. I'm like, I'll buy you, it's your birthday, I'll buy you a capture card. He's like, you have to buy the DS with a built in capture card, and it's like $400 if you want to stream Pokemon. Yeah, it's a nightmare. I,
Wow.
yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't
Well,
know
never
that.
mind. Never mind.
Yeah, yeah. I play Clash Royale as well. I play Hearthstone as well. We'll have to play. My dream set is a first to five with Daigo and Hearthstone. I just want to play him at Hearth. It's, I want to money match Daigo at EVO with my iPad out and like $50 right now. I'm not very good. I'm a collector though. I try to get all the cards and
Oh
I do
wow. Okay. Okay.
I do my
I also
dailies.
play a little bit of Overwatch. I also play a little bit of StarCraft. Um,
Overwatch is so fun. You're not
it
into that?
is.
I love
Uh,
that.
it's fun, but it's hard to play multiple games and stay competitive at one.
Exactly. Exactly. It's honestly discouraging to me. Like, why am I bad at all these games? Oh, because I put a lot of time into Street Fighter. There's no time to get good at multiple games, especially if you have a full time job like you said you do.
But
Cope.
I really like going to uh, escape rooms because that's like a
Es-
real life video game.
what? What's an escape room? Explain it to me.
Well, you don't know what escape room is? Okay, so
No, no, no,
escape
no.
room is like they start popping out. I think in the past couple of years. I don't know if there are any. I don't know if it's like super mainstream, but they are
Mhm.
definitely popping out everywhere. It's an escape room is basically someone makes this room or a bunch of rooms where you're locked in for an hour at least, maybe 45 minutes depending on the room, and the rule is to either get out or solve this puzzle. So you and a team of either 3 or 10, or 3 to 10, or 3 to 6, have to figure out these clues. It's real life too, so like you're
Oh
gonna
shit.
might find like a
What?
puzzle piece that looks
What's? Yeah.
like
What's a
this,
clue? Okay. Okay.
like
Okay.
this
Okay.
piece, right? And you gotta figure out what's the password, and to find out the password, you get clues throughout the room, and you all together have to work it
Oh
out and
shit.
figure out. Yeah, it's real. It's real.
Is it like a
Yeah,
haunted house? It's like a we have like cornfield mazes. That's not.
it could be like a haunted house where you could be stuck in one room of the haunted house, like, and then puzzles will lead you to another room that will lead you to another room, and then
That's
you
super
have to get
cool.
out. Yeah, depending
I,
on the quality of the room.
that's the coolest thing I've ever heard. Chat says I'm a noob. I've never heard of an escape room. I guess they know what it is. Um, yeah, I want to go to an escape room now. There's a lot of them in California. Where are you at? You're SoCal, right? And
I'm SoCal, yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there's a bunch.
Yeah, I always talk about moving to SoCal. When my son gets old enough, I'm going to SoCal because there's fantastic jujitsu, which is what I teach in MMA. It's like the wrestling choking part. There's fantastic jujitsu, there's fantastic Street Fighter, and now I have to go for fucking escape rooms. It sounds awesome.